What's up, everyone? So today I want to talk about something related to normals and specials and how they work when it comes to zoning. This is something that Tom Brady has talked about before with Garrus, and it's more of kind of an opinionated piece because I'm kind of tired of having these concepts in MK games that are focused on neutral. So if you look at Garrus right here, Garrus's sand trap actually travels in different locations depending on the proximity of where your opponent is. So if you look at here, right, it looks about 2, 3, maybe 3 at most character lengths away, right? But if you're right here, look at that. That is way further than 2 or 3 character lengths. So the proximity changes in the mid normal, right? Now obviously the far one has a specific length. See how the far one has a specific length? The close one has a very specific length. It can only happen close and far away, but the middle one can. The middle one basically travels three different areas, right? It travels 3 character lengths towards him, 1 extra character length further, and then I'm pretty sure it might travel 1 a little bit closer. Yeah. See? Like, so obviously, like, the middle one is clearly a proximity one. This one just checks you for moving. Because if you're in this range at all, it will check you no matter what. Because it doesn't matter if you're further from the sand trap, you know, the 3 length one, or you're closer, it'll check you. So this isn't as big of a deal with something like Garrus' sand trap, right? Because sand trap, you can hop, right? You can hop the sand trap, right? So it's not as bad, but Fujin has the same fucking thing. I'm like 99.999% sure this is why Fujin is good. Because you literally, you can't move. You can't move at all. This hits mid. You can't move. This hits mid. If you jump, you'll get hit by it. See how this hits? It doesn't matter where you are on the screen. This is literally Black Adam. If you guys played Injustice 2, this is Black Adam's his black magic, because it combos and everything. Like, this is insane. All I can say about this is, like, NRS, you gotta do better when it comes to, like if you want your game, it's one thing to say your game, let's say we're talking about MKX. MKX is clearly not based off neutral and footsies, right? Like, the game is not focused on neutral and footsies. That's not the game's main premise. It's not based off strike throw. That's not the game's main premise, right? But if you're gonna base your game off neutral and footsies, man, you gotta get rid of moves like this. Like, this is just... Like, how do you counter it? You can't. You have to stay still. Like, Fujin can do whatever he wants. Like, it's too much of a risk. You might be able to throw a projectile, maybe. Maybe. It's still a risk, man. It's still a huge risk. If you had to direct where this went, if there were, like, 4 different locations on where it needed to go, I feel like it would be more balanced. I feel like that's a better... If you want to put this move in a game like this, you need to have it to where you have to direct it in the right location. Because the fact that it takes just so many different... Like, look at that. Look at it. Look. It got him here. It's going to get him here. And it's going to get him here. Like, what the heck? I was wondering why when I play against Fujins, like, they just always check me no matter what I'm doing. That's why. It's because they don't have to direct it. They don't have to pay attention to where you are. They just have to hit the button. You know? Which is not neutral. I'm sorry. That's not neutral in footsies at all. And you can make an argument that Garrus, even though he has low sand trap, you know, you can hop it, so it's not as neutral defying. I would still say that I think that these moves need to be definitely toned down. At least you need to direct them correctly. Like, they shouldn't just instantly track. I just don't think that that's a neutral in footsies game. You know, and in before you say projectiles are the same thing, not really. Projectiles don't full combo you. They don't give your opponent instant Oki. They're just, I don't think they're the same at all when it comes to zoning. I think they're different. I think if you had a projectile like this that didn't combo, it would be a little bit of a different story, because once they even though it checks you, you can't really combo them. You can't do anything. You just hit them and that's it, right? But with this, you get a full combo. Like, yeah. No. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I just figured I'd share this. I didn't realize Fujin had the same thing. It's kind of annoying, but... yeah, I don't know what the counter is, honestly. Does Fujin even have a counter? Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I guess his counter is to get in.